Hi, it's Jen. Today is Building Your Stash Sunday, so I wanted to share with you how I built my stash this week. But first, before I do anything else, I'm going to share with you last week's tag and what I ended up with. So last week I didn't have the sewing on the tag, and I have some up here too. And then I also added the lace up here. It just looked a little plain, and I thought this just dressed it up a little bit more. And I just wanted to share with you how my finished product looked and what I'm using. So again, just to recap, I just did some zigzag stitches. I'll just share with you on the back, 3 sets of it. And then with my flower, I did add the lace. So it's not only the tag and the bee and the pearl, I added the lace as well. And I thought that just dressed the tag up just a little bit more. So I just wanted to share with you how I ended up with that tag. Alright, and how I built my stash this week was, I'm just reaching for it, I did a whole bunch of tea dyeing, which I desperately needed in my craft space because, as well as many of you know, when you're in a project and you're searching for a tea dye piece of paper, you don't want to be stopping and having to do that job. So I'm just going to go quickly over the papers that I did tea dye. I'm going to do this quite quickly, just so you can see the things that I take time to tea dye. Alright. So the first things here are Rolodex cards. I get these from the thrift store whenever you can find them. The next is, it's a carbon copies. It's a 3, but it has 3 of them. And if you look on my tea dyeing, I did use a rusted container just to try it out this time. I think it's neat, but I probably will never do it again. See all this? Because for me, I don't want people to think it's mold. You know what I mean? But it's just a rusty container. Yeah, so I probably won't be doing that again, but I am going to be using this. So I did do those, and I did some time cards. I love having these on hand. I do use these an awful lot in my craft space. So I really needed some of those. And then I did some 3x5 recipe cards. Then I did some 4x6 recipe cards. And then I just did, this seems like a 4x6, but this is just white cardstock. I got a huge stack of this at the thrift store, and I still have quite a bit left to tea dye. And this stuff is the best. I wish I knew what kind it was because it just tea dyes so nicely. So I did some of that. I use that a lot for tags and whatnot. And then I tea dyed some of these. I got these for free. I got a huge stack of it. But they were for, I believe I got it from an automotive shop. And yeah, they weren't using these anymore, so yeah. So I use those for my pockets that I have made with you before, like these things. That's where those come from. So I needed some more of those tea dyed because I want to make some more pockets. And then here's some more carbon copy papers. I like these because it was quite big, and you can get a lot of journaling done just on this one piece of paper. And then this paper that I did, I believe, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. It's like tracing paper. I got a huge stack, like it's like this thick, like the stack, like it's that big. And I love this stuff. It acts like a tracing paper, and it tea dyes. Like when you tea dye it, you have to be careful just because it is quite delicate, but once you tea dye it, it's really nice. So I needed some more of that. And then that's all I did. I did that last night, which was Saturday, because I needed to go tea dyeing, and yeah, my husband and I went, and I used the church's oven, and I was able to get some tea dyeing done. So that is done. So this was a big thing that I really needed to do, and I'm so glad I did it, because now my stash is getting full again. I'm going to have to do bigger papers next time, but for right now, all this little stuff I have plans for, so I can't wait to start using it. Another way how I built my stash this week, I had gone to the dollar store and I saw these. So if you live in Canada, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share with you these. If you live in Canada, they have these beads at the Dollarama, and they're $1.50 for each pack of 3, and I got 3 packs. There we go. I opened one because I wanted to kind of see how they were, and you know what, they're amazing. Now I looked on different stores for seed beads, and they would run like for a package, and I know you get a lot in a package, but it ran between $15 to $20 Canadian, and I don't know, I just didn't want to spend that much money on beads. So when I saw these, I spent $4, so I feel more comfortable doing that, and I did start using them. Now the only thing when you get stuff from the dollar store, there's no consistency. So the pink and this gold color, they are nice and small. You can do it like a set of 5, and you can just hang that on a card like a tag. But these white ones, they're bigger, so I would probably use that white one like I use this pearl here, just an addition to a cluster I made. But that doesn't bother me, that's quite alright. So if you live in Canada and you're looking for some seed beads just to do little things like this, they have them there now. So that, I thought, I was really excited about it. I got different colors, and yeah, I have been enjoying using these and playing with them. The only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out of these containers. I am so afraid that these are going to pop open and then the beads are going to go everywhere. So I do want to do that this week. But I just wanted to let you know that these are at the Dollarama. And that is how I built my stash this week. I do want to apologize for my hands. I did scrub them, but with the tea dyeing, it does leave them stained. Another way, I forgot to share with you this. A co-worker had given me, I wanted to share this with you, a box of glitter. She was destashing and she asked if I could use it, and I'm like, yes please. And so I have plans for this, and so I'm going to get this all organized this week and put away, and I'm so excited because who doesn't love glitter, right? So I just wanted to share with you my treasure with these, and they're beautiful glitters. Like, look at that champagne-y color. Love it. And these are like glass jars. So pretty, eh? So I just wanted to share that. That's another way how I built my stash, is by getting some de-stash glitter from a coworker. Alright. So that was that. Now, how I tidied up my craft space this week is I did some cleaning up on my desk. What I've started to do is I'm just taking 15 minutes whenever I'm down here and just picking it up, organizing. So that has been, it's a slow process, but I'm seeing a difference, and it's great to work in. So those are my stashes that I built, what I cleaned this week. And so another thing that I was going to share with you this week is a little tuck spot that I created. And here you go. So I am creating some journals, and that's why I'm showing you all these littles, is because it's a build up to creating and decorating a journal. So if you're wanting to create a journal alongside me, just go back to my videos where I built my stashes, and everything that you've seen I am creating a journal with, and this is no exception. So I created this. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a couple things that I've tea dyed so I can share with you what I have planned for. Okay. What the plan is for this is to go on, I'm not sure if it's going to be a time card or if it's going to go on just a plain white card. I haven't decided yet, but probably this, because this is attractive to me. But this is going to be a tuck spot. Okay, that's not going to be the tag for it, but in here you go. That is your tuck spot. And so this would be really good. Actually, I'm really going to do this because I like that look. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because this would be really nice to put down on a page. Not only do you have a tuck spot here, but you'll have a tuck spot at the back or the side, whichever you prefer. I will probably do the top. So I'll have one here and one here. And so that's what I planned to do with this letter B. Now, I'll quickly share with you how I did this. Now, how I got the idea is, I meant to bring it to share with you, but for my husband, like for Christmases, what I did is I did everybody's initial, and then I stamped on it, and that was their tag for in the house, was their initial. So, and then I thought, I was looking at it, and I did do a video, but I didn't post it in time, so I didn't put it up or anything like that. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm thinking, why not do that for journals, any old journal, right? So that's where my idea came from. Then, what I used for this was the We Are Memory Keepers alphabet punch board. This is not the mini one. This is just the regular size one. And that does come with a book to share with you exactly how to do each letter of the alphabet. And so that's what I use. And you can also download an app from them on your phone, so that way you don't, if you lose the book, you always have instructions to use this punch board. Now, if you don't have this punch board, I know everybody doesn't have the same tools. I was just in the Dollar Tree last week. I don't think I bought anything. No, I didn't. And they have, in the teacher section, they have letters already punched out. So if you don't have a punch board, you can just go to the Dollar Tree, get the punch out letters, and then what you can do is cover it with whatever paper you want, whether it's a dictionary page or the thesaurus, or just a book page, and just cut it out that way, because that would be just as easy. That'd be perfect. So there are ways around it if you don't own the punch board. Again, just buy those letters from the Dollar Tree, and you can just glue, or you can use it as it is. Just pick the color that suits the journal that you're making. So how I made this one, I did punch it out of, do you remember how I built my stash of these dictionary pages? I just used one of these pages. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. But if you haven't seen this, what I do is I take one dictionary page, I glue it, I just fold it in half, glue it together, and I have these at the ready in my craft space, so that way I can do little projects like this without having to do this step first. So in order to use the punch board, your letters are going to be 3 by 5 inches, 3 inches by 5 inches, and then you punch them out. But what I did as well, because if I'm going to use this as a tuck spot, I want this to be sturdy. I don't want it to be flimsy, especially when you're sticking a tag in and out of it, right? So this will go here. So what I did is I have like a whole box of gray file folders, and I'm starting to use them for backing. And so I just did, for the backing, a file folder, and it makes it really sturdy. So I think it's sturdy enough for a tuck spot. And I think that is so cute. I'm so excited to be using this as a tuck spot. And there you go. And what I'm doing is I'm only gluing down here, like the straight edge here, and then all the way up on the left. And then I'm leaving this open so you can stick a tag in there. And I thought it was super cute. So I'm just going to share with you quickly. I thought I would make one with you here just so you can see it. I don't know if it needs any explanation, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to make one together. So what I did, and I will share the stamp set down below. And my ink that I used, the black for the bird, I used Ranger Archival ink in Jet Black. And the pink is Regal Rose Stampin' Up. Again, with my inks, I don't know what's relevant. I don't know if they still sell that color. It's just what I have in my stash, and I'm trying to use all my inks up before I buy anything else, because they're perfectly good. And I'm going to use my dirty old, again, I have a lot of file folders, and so what I do with them is I cut them in half and I use it as my stamping sheet. So that way my mat doesn't get dirty, but that isn't always successful, but I do try. So I will just quickly do this with you. And this stamp set is also from Stampin' Up. I forget how long ago it was, but anyway. So I just took, so B is for bird. You probably got that. And then you just stamp all over it however you like. Now I like to do 5 stamps of the bird on the letter B. Oh, he's so cute. I'll have to share with you, my husband takes pictures and he got some really cute ones recently. Actually, you know what? I'll ask him if I can. You know what? I might ask him. I'll ask him if I can make a tag out of his pictures. Here we go. They're so adorable. Alright, I need one more. There we go. So there's the bird. And now I'm going to do the flower. The flower the pink is a little pinker than I thought, but I like it. I think everything went right. And then I did 5 flowers as well. And I like to hang some off as well, so you don't get the same, all of the stamping. This one I'm going to hang off. So there's just a little, and there you go. And that's all I did for the stamping. I'll take this off so you can see. So I inked all around the letter inside and the outside. And then I did 5 stamps of the bird, 5 stamps of the flower. And then that's all I did for the stamping. I got this bee. And then all I did is I stuck it on. And I just put the glue stick in the middle of the bee. And then I carefully stuck this on. And then I sewed around it. Now, if you look at my sewing, it's not perfect. But you know what? That doesn't bother me. This is a junk journal. It's not supposed to be perfect. And I think sometimes for me, I want everything to be perfect. And it's just not. But I'm slowly getting to the point where I love the imperfections of it. It's almost like you meant to do that. And all I did is I sewed all around it again. And then I did use some material. And then I had some lace here. The material's cut 1 inch by 2 inches. All I did was fold this in half while I put the lace on top. Make sure it's the right way. And this piece of lace was from the bag of lace that I got at the second-hand store last Sunday. And so there was just enough to do these that I need, and there you go. And then I just wrapped it around. And then how I sewed it, because I didn't want the material to lift up at the back, all I did was I used just a clothespin that held down this side, and then I ran it through my sewing machine. And there you go. And there is your lettered tuck spot. So I really hope you enjoyed this small little tutorial. I wanted to share with you what I did this week in creating. I just thought it was super cute. I thought you would enjoy this. You don't have to use it as a tuck spot. You can just use it in your journal. My backs aren't finished just because I didn't tea dye this or anything, because I'm not going to use it as a journal card. But you can for sure use a piece of card that you tea dyed to use as a tag. You can use them however you like. It doesn't even have to be attached to the side. You could just put it here in the middle of your page and have this open right here. I think that would be great. And you can even put sew more things on it. You can do, the sky's the limit. But I just wanted to share with you something that I'm doing right now. I'm just creating these right now. I'm not attaching them to anything until I get my book made. That way I have options. So that's just how I prep. I don't like to put everything together, just so that way if I change my mind and have another idea, that I can go with that idea. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And don't forget, let's not throw away our junk. Let's journal with it. Take care, guys. Bye.